Okay, I am back. Next part of the tour of new stuff. We're going to start with this giant tree over here which has appeared that was never there before, and I'll explain why in a second. But first, while I'm out here, I want to show you something. To get all these things to stay loaded, so just in the basic core of our world here, I created a dimensional anchor, which basically keeps these chunks loaded even when nobody's on the server or nobody happens to be close to this area. And it's just kind of a, it's the size of a regular block. It's bright yellow. If we look at the map here, it's actually out in the middle of the water here. Well, there was this kind of a, tacky looking yellow box just sitting out there in the middle of the water. So I figured I had to hide it somehow. So I built this, minor, subtle little thing here with, of course, our Minecraft leader statue on top of it, because I thought that was funny. And basically, it's buried down in the bottom of this thing is the dimensional anchor. It's just inside the middle of this pillar. So that's what this is for. So let's go over to the main house, and I'll show you what's new over here. My wife has set up over here Britannia stuff. So we go down land. And this is like just within the borders of what that chunk litter keeps running, so she can generate her mana and stuff. I have no idea how the Britannia stuff works, but this is like generating mana and stuff. These are her flowers for generating mana. And this she planted, a redwood tree. And this is her Britannia hut. Rest in peace, Snowball. Cute. Apparently one of our... there's flowers out here called bellthorns. I think it's these. I'm not sure which ones it is. They kill mobs and, of course, pets, because they don't know the difference. One of them died, so she put the little headstone for it. This is her Britannia. It's inside of a hollowed out redwood tree. She basically just went inside and cut out everything but the bark. And it's got a couple levels. Got her enchanting table up here. Go up a little higher. And this is the sleeping area, bedroom stuff. So that's her Britannia setup. That's new on this part of the server. I don't think anything new outside, else new other than the main item I'm going to show you, has happened. Let's fly over this way. Out over this direction there was a big fort of nasty bad things. Wasn't nearly as big and bad as I thought it was. I think I ended up being like 8 guys in it or something like that. But I killed them, so this is now ours. It's kind of a neat little world generated thing. It's got like treasure rooms in it, and they've got cows and pigs they're growing and stuff. Over here, this is something my daughter built. She wanted to goof around, so she went into creative mode so she could spawn in all the materials and stuff, and started building this giant tower. It looks like it's made out of obsidian, and she's putting carpet or stairs. Hopefully that doesn't slow the server down too much. And this is her inside. So she made this big thing here to build something. So let's go outside of it. And over this direction is the new thing I've made. We recently, I guess a year or so ago, went on a vacation to San Antonio, and we went and toured one of the missions there. It was Mission San Jose something or other in San Antonio. And I think my wife jokingly said something, "Oh, you could probably build this in Minecraft." I said, well, maybe I could. So on another server that we were running at the time, I started building Mission San Jose. Can't really pull up a picture of it right now. I mean, I could. I'm not sure how. So let's run down here to the opening, the main opening in it. This was built on another server, a different version than this one. So I had to actually use a combination of World Edit and MC Edit to copy it over into this world. World Edit I used to create this big flat area and make the edges look decent. MC Edit I used to create the schematic, which is what you use to copy stuff between worlds. It's getting dark, so let's head over to the bed that I have out here so we can put it through the night real quick. Is it dark yet? Wait till I see stars. So anyways, this is a reproduction, as far as I've gotten it so far, of Mission San Jose. Here's the stars. Let's sleep real quick. I might try to pop a picture in the video or something. I'll say that and then I won't be able to do it, but if I can, I will. So I've recreated this. It's all made out of the chisel mod stone, so this just happens to be, well, originally was cobblestone chiseled into a pattern that I liked. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, but what I wanted was this particular pattern I have now, but this is made of limestone, and there's just no way I was going to mine. Everything in the other one was made legitimately. I mined all the cobblestone that I chiseled in to build it. However, when I switched to this world, because it's a different incarnation of the mod pack, it's actually a completely different pack. The item code you see up there where it says limestone 672-6, the item for cobblestone, whatever the 1672-6, that was the item in the old world. When I ported it to this world, it said, oh, here, well, 1672-6 is limestone tiles. And I thought, oh, well, actually, I like that better. So when I ported it, I just left it. And then I had to like change some of the roof and stuff to match it. So I did that. Some of the things didn't work. First time I pasted it, crashed it. So it got like halfway through, got the wall down to about there, and went, and it booted me out of my client. So I actually had to go onto my server, download all the files to the local computer, go in with MC Edit, and erase all of the things that were causing the problem, or that I thought were causing the problem. Basically, I just erased the whole deal, and got my world to start working again. Then I went back to the old world where this fort was, and created the schematic of it, and then went in and deleted anything that wasn't specifically needed. Like there's a hole here. This used to actually have something in it, but it created a weird texture on this server, so I just deleted it so I can put in something new from this server. So there's little, these are the living quarters. If you ever go to visit the mission, you'll see this stuff. This is meant to be a inside fireplace or cooking area. This was obviously back in Indian stuff, Spanish building forts and taking over Texas time that this was built. So over there, that is something called the granary. And then right in here where all these torches are marking out is where the actual big cathedral part of it will be someday if I get around to actually building it. So anyways, that's this. That's the biggest change to the server, is this has come over and become a new project. I had to go over, when I changed some of this stuff, these stairs, I converted them from cobblestone stairs into these limestone stairs, and it turned them all the other direction, so the stair went up like that, all over everywhere in this thing that I used them. So I had to go through and turn all the stairs around in the right direction where necessary. I decided I didn't like this roof over the whole thing, because it made it kind of ugly, just having this wall go up and just being a square of this limestone cobble stuff. So I decided to change the whole inside to this wood roof area. So it's got wood roofs everywhere except for where the guardhouse and gates were, which I left the solid roof. This roof is why these are ugly looking cooking fireplaces in here now. This actually used to have a netherrack block one down and a flame going. Problem is, it's close enough that it lights this on fire and burns off my roof. So I've just changed it to a orange colored glowstone to kind of look like embers. Eventually this inside here will have more trees, and I've started putting in the paths here, you see. So I'll be able to have lighting along the paths, because this is just a monster farm at night. This whole thing just turns into every monster you can imagine. That's really all it's done. I had to cut out a few buildings over there to create this, finish the square that this thing fit into. You just gotta go on Google and look up Mission San Jose, San Antonio, because there's more than one Mission San Jose in the country. This is the one that's in San Antonio. It will sort of look like this. It's not quite a perfect square. The stuff down on that end is actually at an angle, but I can't really do that shallow of an angle in Minecraft, so it's a square here. And I'll add, the courtyards. I'll try to build sort of a replica. I'm having to take some license with it, like this wooden roof. There's not a wooden roof on it. In fact, the current mission is actually totally, this part of it out here was totally rebuilt from just foundations because there wasn't anything there, so they kind of created a reproduction of it. So they've just got, if you look at the pictures, they've just got, like, I think, asphalt paper rolled out on the roof to make it like a normal modern non-leaking roof, but you can't see it from the ground or anywhere inside, so it doesn't affect the look of it. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna put doors in all these. I got to make, obviously, a whole lot of doors. There's got to be some outside fireplaces that they have in the real fort, so it's just sort of a artistic license recreation of the fort, because I don't have a life. Obviously, I have too much spare time. So that's it for now. I'm thinking I might start building something off the area a little bit, sort of a self-contained area that actually uses this immersive engineering stuff as power. So I might build a building out there, and I will put in it some of the fluxed crystal stuff I have specifically for it, and then when I do that, maybe I'll do a thing showing, okay, this is how it works, this is how I build it. I may make videos as I'm building that offsite stuff, which won't be boring at all. And I think I might set this up. Right now, anything that this grows, it automatically right-clicks on itself, essentially, and the crystal kind of floats up into the air and gets sucked into this vacuum chest into here. And then I have to go through here and take it out of this in increments of, a stack that's an increment of 4, because these devices need 4 at a time. So I just throw it in here, sucks it into this thing, which turns the rough gem into a refined gem. For every 4, it does that. Well, actually, this will do them all one at a time, but this device needs 4 of each smooth crystal to create one of the item. So what I'll probably do is set up these things and then put transfer nodes or something on here so that I can pick, and I'll just have because all I really need to build the immersive engineering stuff is an absolute ton of steel, a bunch of iron. So what I might do is I just might set up one of these little ones for each type of thing I need to process, so I don't have to worry about this counting by 4s thing. And I'll basically just out there, I'll be growing manganese and iron so that I can make iron and make steel, and anything else. So there might just be 2 or 3 of these little deals getting sucked into a chest. Then I might have one of these stationed for each one that goes back into a chest, so that it can be growing the steel and things that I need to create that. The immersive engineering stuff out at another self-contained spot in the world. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to put a chunk loader on that one, so I might just do it just to build at some point. So I guess that's it. There's nothing else really new in the world. My son has a huge fort he's building. I haven't even been there yet. I might go over there at some point and record it. We'll see. But that's about it for now. Up to 13 minutes. I will go ahead and stop here and put all the fancy intro outro junk on it and throw it up on YouTube. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.